Dr. Carson, I know you work a lot with young people in the Little Patriots program. It's beautiful. I love all of the curriculum that you developed and all the cartoons and everything. They teach about what America's about. But if we don't return to the right principles, what kind of future are those kids going to have? And contrast that with what they should have.
Yeah. Well, you know, my biggest nightmare is to wake up and be a young person, to deal with all this stuff. Everybody always likes to say, it's all the same, it's always been the same. It has not been the same. The things that our young people are bombarded with now is unconscionable. You know, from TikTok, from the internet in general, from the classrooms, all over. They're hit with stuff that undermines our values and our principles. And can you imagine being a very young child whose brain isn't even fully developed yet? The brain doesn't fully develop until your mid to late 20s. And you have this undeveloped brain being told to consider whether they feel like a girl or a boy.
You know what's funny about that is I just saw a Democrat congresswoman say that we shouldn't charge young people with murder. They shouldn't be tried as adults until they're 25 or 26. And yet at the same time, a 5-year-old should get surgery. I mean, it's crazy.
It makes no sense at all. And, you know, as far as young people not being charged for violent crime, that's going on all over the country, and the criminals are taking advantage of it. They're getting 12-year-olds to shoot and kill people, knowing that you know, they won't suffer the consequences of doing that. It's a real difficult situation that we've put ourselves in. But our young people are also being taught to evaluate people on physical characteristics, the color of your skin, on identity politics, not consider who that person is, the content of their character. And that only leads to division in the long run. They're being taught, particularly the black youngsters, that they can't achieve fairness in our society, and that there's been just long-term unfairness, and that the only way that we can resolve that is with reparations. And people need to pay us all of this money. Well, those who have followed politics for a long time know that this is just a political ploy. They know good and well that it's never going to happen. And nor can it happen, because the logistics of doing it are impossible. I mean, who gets actual money? And who pays the money? The majority of white people in the South did not own slaves. It was the aristocrats who owned slaves. So should the people whose families never owned slaves have to pay reparations? And then what about the people who were not slaves, who came here subsequent to that time, or who weren't slaves in the first? And there were black people who were slave owners. So, you know, what about their descendants? I mean, it's just untenable. It makes absolutely no sense. And some people point to what happened with the Japanese internment, and they said they would pay reparations. Well, that was easy. Those were the actual people.
Yeah.